So, what do we have here today? Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're working on a Scion TC 2005, a nice four-banger. That's my cat, Ben. Sometimes he just goes in and bothers me. But we got a couple of concerns of this car. This car is my dad's car, and just to tell you the gist of it, he doesn't take care of it very well. So right now you're listening to the main concern. This is the drive belt, a very common issue when your drive belt starts going bad. It starts whining really bad, especially on cold starts. Some people may confuse it with a pulley, but a pulley kind of gives a different kind of tone, not a constant tone like this. Here I'm doing a little trick. I spray any type of liquid. You can use water, you can use not any kind of lubricant, but here I'm using kind of an alcohol base for it can evaporate. I just got some Windex, so I kind of eliminated everything else and I was just spraying on the dry belt, and I just knew. I was like, all right, look, it needs a dry belt, let's go get it. Went ahead and got the 19 millimeter. This was a weird configuration for this tensioner. At first I couldn't remember how to take it off, but then with just looking at it, doing a little bit of research, I was like, oh, it's one of those. So here's the dry belt real quick. I go and get the new part and make sure I got the right part, because it is AutoZone. An AutoZone part, you just never know until you get it. But here I should give you a quick glance of what's going on and why this belt is actually squealing. If you see the V-shaped valleys in there, you see how those V-shapes is kind of thinner on the old one and how thick it is on a new one. That's what makes a difference. That's what makes your pulleys or your dry belt squeal like that. Very easy. You can do this in less than 5 minutes if you know what you're doing. It is really, really easy to get these dry belts in and out. No issue. Just get your 19 long ratchet, pop it in there, call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Easy.
Right. It's in there now. Be tough.
And it's fixed. Easy and simple. Get rid of those noises. Just get it done and over with. You hear something squealing? Just get it done. Probably a dry belt, maybe a pulley. Oh, about the pulleys, I want to give you a quick note. If it was really a pulley and you put like a long screwdriver right on the suspected pulley, you can kind of hear like a little bit of a grinding noise. Then you can determine that is the pulley. But in this case, it was a dry belt. So he also brought me an engine air filter, which I decided to take a look at, and that one was really bad. Aftermarket, better aftermarket than not. Just get an aftermarket filter and just slap it on there. Air filters are one of those things that just replace them when they are dirty. You don't need a high quality one as long as it's a new one. Your engine does need proper airflow to function correctly, so keep that in mind. You know, people, I have seen cars where they just neglect their air filter and it gets to a point where it's so clogged that your car won't run anymore. That's how bad it needs air. Trust me. Top off the fluid. Power steering fluid was pretty bad, and I went ahead and topped off the coolant. Very important for your engine. Got to keep it cool down. Brake fluid. Went ahead and checked that. Just a little bit of a top off will do. You don't gotta overfill it. You don't gotta put more than it needs to. Just top it off to the max. Easy. And last but not least, what I was gonna do on this final, just looking over the maintenance on this thing. Let's do oil change.
How much oil this thing got? It got some.
I figured that he doesn't really do frequent oil changes on this car, so I wasn't expecting much oil, and sure enough, there wasn't that much. It didn't even fill up the dog bowl. And I must clarify this. I do not use that dog bowl for my dogs.
That works.
Doesn't matter what oil filter you use, as long as it's new. Just do it every interval, 5K.
Yeah, he doesn't take care of this car, that's for sure.
It doesn't get any simpler than this. Your oil filter right in the front. You can't complain with a car that's so easy to maintain. Hand tight. Maybe too tight right there. Okay, stop it. Okay, you got it, bro. You got it. Yeah, that's hand tight, bro. Stop it.
Alright. Done, son.
That's all the oil that came out. It needs to have at least 4 quarts of oil. That's definitely not 4 quarts. That is maybe 2.5. Maybe less, 2. Put some oil in there. Put the cap on there. Let's run this thing.
Right here, this dot. I have half a quart more than what it's supposed to. This thing's definitely burning oil, and he doesn't do his oil changes as frequent. So this car is burning oil just a little bit. He doesn't do the oil changes as frequent as he should. It's over by 3,000. These engines just need their oil changes properly. 5K, especially in this one, is 5W30. If it's a 020, even though the manufacturer recommends every 10,000, I would still do it at 8 or maybe at 7. It's oil, you know, and that's what thing that keeps your engine running. The oil is crucial. Lubrication, cooling, wear and tear. It's the oil that makes a difference. It doesn't matter what kind of oil, just do your oil change. Brand new oil is better than old oil. That's what I like to tell people. Just do your oil changes. You don't have to get the most expensive stuff. If you really care about your engine, then maybe. Or if you really are really enthusiastic about the car you're driving, then do it. Then put some money into it, you know. But I'm gonna tell them to do the next oil change at 3K. It has a little bit of sludge. I put half a quart more than it's supposed to. Because I know he's gonna go over those mileage. He's not, as you see, the belt the belt was really worn. It's pretty bad, and he doesn't really want to do anything unless it's really bad. So it's the kind of person he is. It's just, there's a lot of people like that. But still, the car's running just fine. Check engine lights on, TPMS is on. I'll probably check tire pressures here in a minute, and other than that, this car is good. We can make it perfect. Trust me, I can rebuild this thing in a heartbeat. But I am not, because I know he don't want to. So we'll leave it there. We did a lot of stuff. Dry belt was one. Top off power steering, coolant, brake flush, changed engine air filter, oil filter service, and that's about it. So yeah, till next one. Let's see what else we'll fix.